Hey guys, that's our last match of the season. Let's make this one count.
Wenn sie zu mir kommen, mich überraschen, ziehe ich sie zu euch und fertig.
Alles klar.
Alright, so medium's Gamma, light's Theta, heavy's Kappa.
Roger.
Alright, here we go. Driver Lance, data is yours. W key. Roger.
Alright, can't see anything. Stacking up in Theta.
I keep getting seismic. Can you see them?
Yeah, they got heavies up here as well. Kill anything that moves.
Lights, just give us some scouting. That's probably the best thing for you guys.
Roger, moving to E4.
Here they come.
What do you see? What do you see? 100 and Delta 4 on. Alright guys, comms, got it.
Yep, prepare to fight, call target. Pushing out, guys.
Here we go. That big moved up. That big mix has moved up. Copy that, okay.
Wait for them to come to us.
Roll into them.
I'm rolling.
Rolling.
There's Max D3 coming from our right, guys.
Yep, we got this.
I want to call something and I want to see it dead in seconds. Make it happen.
Okay, auf 3. 1, 2, 3. Go.
Guys, we need to get on top over here quick.
J'ai un Stormcrow qui casse les couilles dans le dos là.
Keep going, let's go.
Go. Everybody in.
Got him. Nice.
Rock crouch down.
I'll make it move, guys. Go now.
Bravo's leg.
Nice.
Holy shit.
Get out of there right now.
Take care of that Black Knight, taking it pieces.
So kill him out.
Push forward, guys. Push forward.
Nice fucking job. Just run. Stay alive and run.
Nice job, everyone. Well fucking played. That is how it is done.
Fuck yeah, man. Well done.
I can forgive you for shooting me in the back.
Alright, keep your eyes active, guys. Don't have scouts on this one, so we're gonna have to all scout.
I'll be there soon too. We've got mechs on the way. You guys got this.
Seems like a fucking ambulance 911 call.
We are headed into drop 2. 2 lights, 4 mediums, 2 heavies, 0 assaults on skirmish. Let's take a look.
We need to spread out a bit. We need to see where from they're coming, and then we will.
Alright boys, manly men. We're gonna take some fire, we're gonna put fire out.
Just make sure you trade well.
Yeah.
So, stopp, wir ändern Bewegungsrichtung, Drehen.
Schon zu weit.
Yeah, we need to go it now.
Yes.
Keep it up, hold your ground. They have a lot of guys beat up CGs.
The light is peeking at us from before.
Yep, you got one right here.
We're doing all right, guys. We're up by 2. Stay cagey. 3 remaining. We got this one.
Alright, guys, let's do this.
Oh my fucking lord!
Foxtrot is grid CT.
Alright, light's going behind him,
Hey, Charlie, come on, guys, finish him.
Sideways up.
Prepare for revving speed.
Stormcrow, Charlie.
Tir d'opportunité sur le couverture par l'ultra là.
Oh, and he got the kill.
And with a second shot, takes down Infinite with the double.
Derrière, bravo.
Dans les jambes toujours.
Like, go back.
Don't panic, just do it.
Yes! Yes!
It was a great match, back and forth, all sorts of stuff going on, incredible shots, things we've never seen before, and things you don't get to see.
Good job, Dara.
Yeah.
Good morning, everybody. Give me just a moment. Making sure we're live on Twitch. I'm not seeing it yet. Wait. Nope, that's not us. Right, I'm gonna go ahead and get to the map ban scene, although I don't see us live quite yet, but we should be in just a moment. Joys with the delay. There we are. All right, I see us live. Got that up there. I'm on the map ban scene, so I'm gonna go ahead and get these folks started. Give me just a moment to get my timer up. All right. So today we have Mantra versus Clan Crossfire. Like, nice thing is that hey, it's all NA. All right, we're gonna start with Canyon Network. Then Crossfire's turn to pick Ruby Light Oasis. All right. Time for the third map being picked by Mantra, Luthien. We have Mining and Tourmaline. All right, so now the teams are going to go through and pick the sides they want to start on. We're starting with a side swap right off the bat. So we'll have to get all of CXF moved to Team 2. And Trem moved up to that Team 1 spot. Clan Crossfire to make their choice. Another swap going into the second drop. My sheet adjusted while I have a moment. All right. Another swap going into the third drop. So Clan Crossfire picks for drop 4. Staying the same for drop 4. And the fifth and final drop in Tourmaline will be a swap again. Perfect. All right, so 4 swaps. If we happen to get 5 going, we did get that happen. It did happen for us last week. So let me go ahead and get the timer started for the Team 1 to get locked in. All right. Team 1's 5-minute timer has begun. So again, let me pull up another page here I was looking at. We have Mantra versus Clan Crossfire. Mantra starting off in loser's bracket of round 1. Mantra went up against Casterian's guards and beat him out 3-2 to move forward. Where now they're going up against Clan Crossfire. Clan Crossfire going up against KDCM Underwater Handyman. KDCM lost to Vile during week 1. And then went up against Clan Crossfire week 2. Unfortunately, KDCM lost. The Clan Crossfire won 3-2 on that match last week, which brought them into Mantra versus Clan Crossfire for today. All right, let's make sure. Any question, saying things saying to swap the teams back. Is that correct? We're saying to swap teams back around. Sorry. Oh, it was okay. No, it was the other way around because they were already set. That's my bad. Sorry, live. That's on me. I'm used to them being pulled in and already being in the right or the original spots. Oh yeah, my bad, folks. Sorry. My original co-caster couldn't make it, And so I'm doing a lot of this part. Bear with me. It's also 3 o'clock in the morning over here on the Pacific Coast. Oh, hey, there's, let me grab him. Hey, Helix. Welcome on in. All right, so bear with us here as we get the teams all lined up, and I will, let's see. Yep, thank you. I'm resetting the timer now, too. So, my bad. All right, I do see where we're at with the intro video, or the live stream as well. So yeah, ought to be some good lineup here. I look forward to seeing how it goes. So I'm going to get the lobby scene brought up here. And hey, look, yeah, everything's working. The good news is I have not heard a lot of feedback this week regarding server connection issues. Client side, I did experience last night personally. We had the end of a couple matches where several people had their clients crash. But, you know, we can only do so much. All right, we're just a little over 1 minute into the Team 1 getting their self put together. This is your first time here. Everybody does have, or each team does get 5 minutes to lock their lock in. Once they're locked in, they cannot change. And Team 1 is all green, so once their team lead calls locked, which they are, we're good. All right, so Team 2 can now begin theirs. Get that typed in. All right, so Team 2 now has 5 minutes to get their side put together. So, hey, you know, every now and then, you know, Team 2 has a little more time to figure out what they want to do. Team 1 locking in at 480 tons, so utilizing all the tonnage. So now that I'm getting a little more awake, hope you're all having a good day today, good evening, good afternoon, whatever it is for you out there in the world. I don't think there's anybody on a Saturday morning here besides me on the Pacific Coast who's awake. But hey, that works. Except for Arceus Divine, who I know is out there doing his normal thing. You know, I told myself last night, hey, I need to set an alarm to make sure I wake up for this. So I set 5 alarms, just to make sure.
I set 3 and I still almost didn't make it.
Well, I know I'd pinged you just like, oh, he said he'd go. Okay, I want to ping him. I was like, okay. So, all good. I appreciate you showing up. If the extra commentary will be great because, well, it's me. One of the things I'm not good at is comp commentary. I'm good at filling voids with just regular random chit chat, but yeah, the technical side of comp is still so far over my head. I've only done comp twice, and even then I was just along for the ride. I was told what to do. All right. I did you should be able to get my live stream up. We're in Discord. I went live for you. So.
Yep, I can see it.
Awesome. All right.
Over.
Yeah, I know. I changed that one button on my stream deck to where it's bright green, and it's the only bright green button, so I know when that it has to be pressed so that it's no longer bright green. So thank you, Live, for the reminder. All right, so 2.5 minutes left to lock in for Team 2. It's 10 a.m. UTC. Ugh. Yeah. I think I remember back in whatever, I think it was 2021 when I cast last time. And I think we had a few that were Odarks, I like to call Odark stupid for the matches. And I was like, yeah, let's do it. Yeah, I remember not being very much awake for those either.
Nothing like a good 5 a.m. cast.
Yeah, or 3 a.m. in my case, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, and that was after Up Team 2 is locked in. All right.
All right, here we go.
Yep. Let's drop it. Yeah, because I did my normal work, my normal job, 8 to 5 yesterday, got home, streamed my normal stream, 6 to 9. And it's like, okay, I need to go to bed. I had planned to do a 6 to 9 stream. I ended up going till 10 o'clock because Mr. Russ Bullock showed up to my channel last night. So I was like, okay, well, we're gonna be up for at least an extra hour. So it was fun. Lots of fun chit chat. All right. I've already got myself set up in the first mech. I am gonna run through all the mechs, so bear with me while I'm going through that, folks. It shouldn't take long. I will do my best to go quick. And then I'll go airborne and try and get the action scene here. And my finger's on the match button live. Don't worry. All right, everybody's connected. We're good. That's a wonderful way to start. All right. First mech coming wobblies, and let's see what we got.
The summoner. I hate that I can tell from the cockpit, but that's a summoner.
It is summoner. So with proto AC, proto cannons and proto and plasma cannons. Well, I gotta go quick. Taiatsu and Fire Moth with SRMs. Val and the Jenner Oxide with SRMs. Nikuro and the Mad Cat with Ultras. Lerm God Executioner with medium lasers and pulse lasers. Pete Zone and the Commando with SRM4 small pulse lasers. And Knight of Fire and the Stone Rhino with AC-10s and plasma cannons. And Tomato, Shadow Cat with AP Gauss and plasma cannons. On the other side, JBV, Flea, which we're gonna get shots for their mag shots. Colonel David and the Stalker with large pulse. Neon and Vulcan with snubs and mag shot. Winters in the Summoner with medium pulse, large pulse. Vanilla Ice and the Grasshopper with small lasers and ERPCs. Oi and with Bull Shark with AC5s, light point PCs. Trem and the Shadow Cat with AP Gauss, plasma cannon. And finally, the Red goes fastest in the Black Lantern with medium pulse lasers. All right, so let's see if I can go airborne now. Yay, there we go. I'm up. Yep. Where's my Theta?
Pretty standard start here. Both teams have got a safe cap, and then they're skirmishing over Theta to begin with. The CXF has extended a little bit farther towards that towards Sigma than I would expect with those two lights there. The Jenner and the Commando are both pretty deep.
Nobody's done anything with Theta yet, but Theta, and they're doing some good job preventing it. Saw the strike hit there. All right, we got Taiatsu, Val, and Pete pushing in against Vanilla and the rest of the team. Oh, and that's drink the Kool-Aid. Too early. Way too early.
I think that Stalker does run pretty hot. Must have
must have
put
missed
it on
it.
an extra alpha. Yeah. It was 6 large pulse, so that'll run hot.
Right. We do have a Theta cap by Mantra.
Yeah, CXF is using this opportunity to push in, though. They're trading the map space for push positioning, and they will lose their Stone Rhino early here.
So we got the light fight happening down here. Pete takes out Trem. JVV's gonna get tag team to. Oh no, Pete's leaving there. All right, they've all jumped away. There you go. Val, Val goes down. Oi, oi. Yeah, oi went down.
They're doing a good. Monter here is doing a pretty good job skirmishing as they try to move away from this Crossfire push, getting those 2 picks as they Crossfire pushes into the open ground here, is making him at least hurt for this push.
Tatsu somehow managing to run around between everybody. Vanilla Ice drinking the Kool-Aid, overheating. Pete is really hurt. Looks legged on the commando.
So Monter is just trying to die slowly at this point, and they're doing a pretty good job of it as they're disengaging relatively effectively.
Yeah, their overall health on Mantra's side is not good. Yep, there goes winners. Two of them making a run for it now. So there you go, all 3 of them making a run. They're trying to get out. They're trying to get out there to turn Kappa, which is successfully uncapped, and they will take it here in just a second.
Kappa is under enemy control.
Trying to get those points. Trying to get the points secured.
A lot of this is going to come down to JBV. If he stays relatively healthy, he can delay this a little bit. I think both of the remaining lights on Crossfire's side are legged. So if he manages to disengage here...
Neon goes down. I think JBV was doing everything good till he fully capped Kappa. The red's about to drop down to 38%. JBV holding at 72 for the moment. Naveed, thank you. You'll see that 7 minutes later. There goes the red. Now it's just down to JBV. They're try to make a run for it. No, or not. Just trying to delay. Just trying to stall it out.
That 1v5 here. This is a hard situation to ask from him. He can potentially get somebody here, but
yeah, unfortunately they've already lost all their caps. Kappa's been flipped over. Tomato not taking. I'm not being able to fully take Kappa. JBV trying to come back in to do something with it. And Tatsu takes down JBV. Clan Crossfire gets the first win. Give me just a second. I'll get the damage numbers up for y'all. There you go. And
so well played game from Crossfire. Mantra just got overrun a little bit on the push. I don't think they realized that that light pack from Crossfire was as deep as it was towards their spawns, and was capable of jumping them and getting those early kills in the way that they were.
All right, so for damage output on the CXF side, we have Lermgod with 681. On Mantra's side, it appears to be JBV with 568. And the top team damage of the match going to Lermgod at 52. All right, so we do need to do a side swap going into Rubelite Oasis. So I'll wait for that before I go off of this scene here. Yeah, I like how from the whole beginning of that, they spread out. Nobody really seemed to contest Theta that I saw right off the bat, but of course I'm running through both all the build outs on both sides.
Yeah, both teams were
So-
sort of loosely contesting Theta. That nobody was in the cap because of the way the sightlines around Theta cap work. It's very hard to just sit a mech in there unless your mech fits perfectly behind the cap, like point itself. It's very hard to sneak that cap if both teams have mechs looking at it. So they
Right.
were kind of just dancing around the circle a little bit, making sure that both teams knew that there was cap pressure there, but not actually. Nobody was able to take it for
Right.
pretty much the entirety of the match until the brawl had finally started to develop, and there was nobody from Crossfire looking at it because they were all looking at the couple of stragglers from Mantra who were down in the trench, and they were pushing onto those guys. At that point, Mantra did finally manage to take it, but it was a little bit late for them
Right.
because the push had already come in.
Yeah. What I've seen earlier before was the a lot of times we're seeing Fire Moth battles. When it comes to dealing with Theta, which I cannot keep up with those off the start. They are in there so damn fast, and it's a new experience. Real quick, for the casting channel right live, if you would like to also go live in Discord so that Helix can see your side of it as well, that might be helpful. I don't know if you can actually watch both at once. I've never even tried doing that with Discord, but just so Helix has views from both angles. All right, so we're now moving into Rubalite Oasis. Mantra's nesting Team 1. They've already got their 5-minute timer going, and they're getting in position pretty quick. I am hoping we do end up with more than just 3 drops. Like I said, if y'all remember last week, 3 of the matches, we actually ended up with all 5 drops, which is pretty awesome. And of course, when it comes down to the grand finals, it could be 7 matches, could be 14. I don't think we've ever experienced that, but at least not since I've been watching. But hey, you never know. 3 minutes left for Team 1 to lock in. Just trying to keep them honest. All right, switch over to that lobby view so y'all can see the lobby action. Rubalite Oasis has been one of my favorite maps, regardless of which mode it is. Just because I love seeing all of the elevation changes on here. Kind of like when they first brought in Luthien. It was very enjoyable. Not all big open lerm land stuff like the original Polar.
It's a very interesting map vertically in that you can, especially for lights, you can frequently end up under people without realizing it, and then suddenly have a mech that's significantly larger than you just drop on your head out of nowhere.
Yeah. Which I will say that is one of the more, even when you're any of the maps that have multiple levels, you're looking at your map trying to figure out, okay, wait, they're next to me. Well, no, they're not. They're either above me or below me. They're in the basement. Oh, wait, yeah. You never know, and it becomes almost, I want to say, a wild goose chase. And then all of a sudden you got the light, shooting your butt with machine guns. All right, Team 1 is green. Just waiting for them to do the lock call. Team 1 is locked in. Perfect. Not minutes. Minute timer has started. All right, Team 2's 5-minute timer has begun. All right, and the fun part now also that we have to add in is adjusting when the ad break is. You guys will see, which we'll get that going as soon as the match is almost over and we're out of the match view. That's been, I'll say, an adjustment I've had to work with on this one is the 7-minute delay, which I get it, I understand, but wow. When you first go live, that's the longest 7 minutes of your life. It's like, is it going to work or no? We'll find out in 7 minutes.
So these Lance deployments, because this is a map where Lances actually matter, unlike Canyon where you're all just stacked on top of each other. So with
let me pull that up so they can actually see the drop spots. And I can get you the map strat page if you'd like. I totally forgot about that. So if you look at Canyon, you can see on here, the Team 2 drops right there on Sigma all together, and then down on for Team 1, they all drop right next to Gamma. Oh, we are locked in. Yay. But then you go to Ruby, which we're going on to now, and you can see the little bit of a spread.
Yeah, so with the way that they're set up here, Mantra was set up on the two outside spawns, Alpha and Charlie, and Crossfire was all set up on the Charlie and Bravo spawns on the north side spawns. This is pretty common for the map. It generally indicates that Crossfire is going to play more towards the Kappa side of the map, and Mantra is going to attempt to sort of play the outside, play for both sides. Which the problem with this map as a whole on a 5 cap layout is the fact that Epsilon cap is way the heck out there. You have to devote a lot of time to go get that cap and then come back. Unless you commit very hard to playing that Fox 4, Fox 5 area, and then you can kind of get boxed into that bottom corner of the map if you're not careful.
All right, I'm going to go to the next. We got winners in the Summoner with medium pulse lasers, large pulse, Oi Oi, and Bull Shark with AC5s, light PPCs. Here goes to Fasta and Black Lantern, medium pulse lasers, Vanilla Ice in the Grasshopper with small lasers and PPCs. Leon and the Vulcan with Mag Shot, light PPCs. JBV and the Fire Moth with AP Gauss, micro pulse. David in the Stalker with large pulse lasers. Trem in the Shadowcat with AP Gauss and plasma cannons. On the other side, Knight of Fire in the Stone Rhino with plasma cannons, AC-10s. Tatsu in Shadowcat with AP Gauss and plasmas. Captain Cat in the Black Lantern with the ER micros and small pulse. Nikoro in the Bull Shark with AC-10s, plasma cannons. Pete in the Generoxide with SRM build. Lerm God in the Mauler with UX. Val in the Fire Moth with micro pulse. Tomato Tyson in the Vulcan with Snub Nose and Mag Shot. And that's everybody.
A quick Fire Moth fight on Theta, which Crossfire has managed to take the point. They do have a slight advantage from the Team 2 side, and that the point slopes back to you, so you both get there faster and you have better cover when you're taking it. So they managed to get an early cap on Theta, but JBV is attempting to just sneak it away from him.
Line of Crossfire spread out a bit there. Mattress done. There you go.
Crossfire is very much set up here, stacked up for a push down the middle, and Mantra is, as expected, playing the outside. They haven't actually taken Kappa yet, which is kind of unusual. They've been just playing a little cagey around it with the lights, and they're now finally starting to take it here. It's Crossfire setting up for a big push here.
You know, as a spectator for this map, it would be awesome if we could actually turn off the altitude fog. The yellow haze just doesn't do it justice. Knight of Fire is down to 62% in that Stone Rhino. Oh, and Oi Oi is down to 50 already up there. DeRed also. DeRed goes down. Sorry, Oi Oi goes down. And Trem overheating.
The lights here picking the summoner and the... Can't quite tell who that is. Looks like the lantern here is the pick for everybody else.
Yeah, Leon trying to make a run for it. However, going to get tag teamed by everybody. Leon going down to 32% and Leon going down. Now the fire goes down. Mantra just already half gone. They're all spreading out a bit. Captain Colonel David goes down. So now Clan Crossfire just trying to push in.
Yeah, just gotta push here and mop up the survivors. This is not much Mantra can do here. They're slowly backing out here.
As we play the dance around the structures here. Pete goes down. JPV into red. Last was JPV just took a hit. To red down to 64. Valentatsu gonna finish off to red here in just a moment. There goes. Let's see. JPV doing a run. Unfortunately, I don't think JPV is going to be able to go take care of a cap with 6 of their 8 members still running. And in just a second, this will be second win for Clan Crossfire. Val coming in to help finish the job. And there he goes. All right, so that's second win. Clan Crossfire. Give me a second, we'll pull up the numbers for y'all. Come on, lobby stats, update. There's a delay. Second, it's pending, and there it is. All right, so the stats screen here. All right, there we go. So on mattress side, top damage of the match, the red goes to fastest, 566. On the CXF side, top damage looks to be Nikoro with 520. Top team damage, Tayatsu at 17. Not horribly bad. All right, we're going to be moving on to Luthien next. With a side swap, of course. This is where, you know, that request, I even mentioned it last night. I think I've mentioned it every week now. Of the, a wonderful swap sides button that would just, boom, move everybody in one button. It'd be great. Side swap is done. Yep, perfect. All right, trim called looks good, so. We will get the 5-minute timer started for Team 1. Make sure that my side swap is done on my page. Second win on there. All right, scoreboard should be updated. Yep, it looks good. I was like, wait a minute, make sure it's good on my screen. Yes, we're right. That way, 7 minutes from now, I'm not going, oops, I did screw up. Making my notes for where we're at on that. Yeah, no, that was a nice, good push by Clan Crossfire.
Yeah, it's the last couple matches of both. It's sort of developed where the deck that Mantra is bringing is very much a deck that wants to poke and trade with you a little bit, and Crossfire is just not giving them that chance. They are not playing into that. They're not taking those poke fights. They are just running them over because the deck lacks in sustained DPS in a close and personal fight, or even in a mid-range fight. A lot of their mechs are running very, very hot.
Yeah.
And Crossfire is effectively punishing that by just pushing and understanding the fact that they'll take some damage and sacrifice a mech on those pushes, but if they can get across that open ground and they get up into Mantra's face, they can take those fights pretty easily.
And even though I know everybody that's in these has better heat management skills than I do, dealing with a hot mech when you're trying to just either survive or just get that one mech down, you get, I don't say you get tunnel vision, or you don't hit that cool shot quick enough, or power down to cool off. It's just too late by the time it's like, crap, I'm done. Nope, sorry. That's one of the things that got Team 2. Hold a second here. Team 1 is locked in. And they got Team 2's timer started. Yeah, overriding was something I avoided for the longest time because I was always like, why override? No, I'll just manage my heat. I'm fine. I don't need to override. Yeah, as I started using it more and more, I suddenly realized that my damage numbers do go up. And, I'm over 100% briefly, but I'm surviving.
Yeah, the problem is even, you only have so much heat bar, so even if you're just dancing around that 100% number, you can't get another alpha out if you're the smallest fire group you have is still 30% heat.
Right. Yeah, that's the funny thing is when Lady and I are meching, and that's what she talks about, to the viewers, is where she's gotten so used to it, she can watch, she can see her, her heat, knows exactly where it's at, and can hit that alpha like right on the exact spot, so that she's gonna not go into the 100, but is gonna be around that 97, 98%, just to maximize the DPS. I tend to guess and shoot from the hip, and it doesn't always work. Yeah, you go and you look at my mech, and hey, I've got all my outer shell, but those internals, yellow, red, bad. So, all right, Team 2, almost all green.
All right, so looking at Luthien here, Alpha Bravo for Crossfire is all towards the Sigma side. That's a pretty standard deployment. And Bravo Charlie looks like for Mantra, that is also pretty standard. It looks like the fight will primarily be towards the Sigma and Theta caps here, which is pretty standard for this map.
Oops, not
this
that.
Again
That's
is this map is again kind of like Ruby, where that Gamma cap is way the heck out there. It's a big investment in time to go get that for either team. So unless you commit to playing heavily towards that side, you're gonna generally ignore it from both sides, and the fight will come towards the north side of the map.
Yeah. All right, Team 2 is locked in. We're gonna drop, and real quick, Helix, I'm going to message you the map strat that I've got set up already for here. And nicely, there's some quick buttons down on the bottom left that will take you to each one of the maps instead of having to play with the drop down.
Cool.
All right, so just wait for everybody to connect here. Connections have been pretty nice and speedy. No really long delays on it. Viewers in your region can only predict without using any spud bucks. What? That's a thing? Last prediction was closed before the first drop even finished. Oh. All right, everybody is connected. Finger on the match button. Dered goes lags the most. That's funny. All right, I'm in Rathner's mech. All right, in the Black Lantern with small pulse lasers and near micros. Knight of Fire in the Stone Rhino with AC-10 plasma cannons. Taiatsu in the Shadow Cat with AP Gauss plasma cannons. We have a hold. We have a hold. We have a hold.
First hold.
Yep, first hold. What do we got? All right, so I'm going to stop with the call.
Oh yeah, Red's sitting at
Yep.
300 ping. Knight of Fire is disconnected.
Yeah, Knight of Fire just DC'd. So I'm just going to sit on this view for a second here. Chat. Not the lag. Dered, not the laggiest. Hopefully, they are able to reconnect. Yeah, we have had one hold call that happened. I don't remember which match it was, but we had the hold call as we were waiting for the drop to initiate. But right, like within a few seconds before, it's like, nope, we're good, go, go, go. So then we were able to just go normal.
Override engaged.
All right, so still just waiting for Knight of Fire. I'm gonna take myself out of the mech for a second here. Just kind of hold up on here. Oh, interesting. I can't see that view. Once I'm out of the mech, I can't see. So okay, I do see Knight of Fire has reconnected. All right, so 12:50, they're going to start again, starting now. All right, so here we go. I don't remember where I was at with this. So Rathner, Black Lantern, Small Pulse, CR Micros, Knight of Fire, Stone Rhino, Plasma Cannons, AC-10s. Taiatsu in the Shadow Cat with AP Gauss, Plasma Cannons. Val in the Jenner with SRM build. Captain Cat in the Commando with small lasers and snub-nosed PPCs. Pete in the Commando with small pulse lasers and SRMs. Nikoro in the Kodiak 3 with plasmas and AC-10s, and Lermgod in the Black Bullshark with AC-10s and plasma cannons. On the other side, Dered in the Black Lantern with medium pulse lasers. Leon in the Fire Moth with micropulse and a flamer. Trav in the Shadow Cat with AP Gauss plasma cannons. Winners in the Highlander with AC-5 and UAC 5 PPCs. Oi Oi in the Bane with UAC 2s, like a lot of UAC 2s. JBV in the Jenner with medium pulse lasers. Neon in the Vulcan with snub-nosed mag shot. And Evan in the Bull Shark with AC-5s and light PPCs. All kinds of long-range trading happening now here.
Well, here comes the push from Crossfire. They are crossing lots of open ground across this Bane and the Highlander here, and they're getting absolutely shredded.
Stone Rhino didn't even make it even onto the bridge before. He was really hurt, and they ended up taking him out before he could even cross it. Lermgod going down. Evan going down. Wow. Just all kinds of We're not even 5 minutes into the match.
Yeah, good backstab from the Crossfire lights. I managed to use the push from their bigs as a distraction to get behind the Bane and the Bull Shark there.
Oh, strike going down to red drops. All right, 3-on-2 right here. Pete in the middle 3. Neon, JBV, and Trem going after him. Pete trying to get around the corner. Getting caught back up with his teammates. Pete goes down. Clan Crossfire holding 1 cap. Mantra did get 3 taken care of. They're taking care of. They are adding to Kappa. But
I don't know if it's the.
Oh, Nakoro goes down.
There's a lot of jitters on this server. I'm seeing a lot of people just warping around a little bit.
Yeah. And we are seeing slightly higher ping with these. Val goes down. Trim is very red. Winters is red. Tatsu, the last one for Clan Crossfire. Taking out Winter's Raid, or Winter's Rigger. And taking one with him before he ends up going down. I'm getting good hits, and Neon drinking the Kool-Aid. Overheating, trying to take out Tatsu, and Tatsu blowing himself up. The first win for Mantra. Let me get the damage stats up here for you. Refresh. Alrighty. That is good. So let's pull up the stats for that. Hey, we're going to be going into mining with no swap this time, but all right, so for CXF side, top damage Tatsu at 682. And then for Mantra, it is just barely. Evan at 578, slightly more than Winners, who did 571. And top team damage, Lermgod at 63. I will say that having the big all-out brawls like that are one of my favorite things to see. I get sniping and long range and stuff, which is we saw some range happening there with that Stone Rhino not being able to get even across the bridge. But when you get all the packs from both sides together and it becomes an all-out brawl, there's a lot of action going on. It's like, okay, where do we focus? Forget it. It's all right there, right in front of us. I think we're get their timer started. Team 1, 5-minute timer.
It is a well played match from Mantra in understanding the way that Crossfire's strat was going to work, and the fact that they wanted to do a push here so they could sit back and set up a firing line and just punish that push across the bridge. Which the Bane and having that Highlander up on the top of the mountain are both really good for that, in that it forces you to pay attention to. It does a lot. The Bane does a lot of damage, and the Highlander forces you to pay attention to a position that you're not wanting to pay attention to. Way up on top of that hill it's hard to shoot at. It's not a very big angle. And it forces you to look away from the entire rest of their team.
Right.
And this is something I've played against Crossfire in Q, and I'd seen this strat executed on them. They're using those bigs as a distraction to get their light pack down through the Charlie 5 Delta 6 area and into the backstabs to pick off big megs that are attempting to farm their main push. And they almost got away with it, but the lights from Mantra responded very quickly and managed to force a fight there and get the lights from Crossfire to back up and not continue the push, which gave their Mantra's bigs enough time to stop the Crossfire push in the open ground where they needed to do it. And then the map just sort of devolved into a brawl of take fights where you can take them on top of each other. Throughout all of that, yes.
Very aggressively, and it was enjoyable.
And throughout all of that, there was a light from Mantra who was just running around the outside of the map, taking all the caps one at a time around the outside. So just hopefully have it by the time that the fight was all decided, Mantra would have a pretty significant cap lead.
Yeah. I mean, when you're taking advantage of everyone else being sucked into the big fight that's happening, get that light out there to go deal with the caps. And then, of course, once the domino effect starts happening, it's already going to be over once they start dropping. Yeah, I haven't done Luthien in a competitive style. Of course, I've just always done the soup queue. So seeing the different angles and stuff people use in there is interesting. When you get in a soup queue, it's just you do get the long range shots happening down on the sides. But, I need to start paying more attention just to see the different angles. Team 1's locked in. That was quick. Okay, hold on. Minute. Start. All right. Team 2's 5 minutes timer has started. All right, so I'm going to pull up the map strat page just so they can see. As we're going into we're going into mining. So this is one where the lances you're in do matter big time.
Yes, it's somewhat split for Crossfire. They've got a couple of people on both edges, and then their primary lights are in the middle on Charlie.
So CXF is going to probably try to cap both Gamma and Kappa right off the bat. That's my thought.
Yeah, this map is set up a little different than the previous three maps that have been played, and that those three maps are very much you have a set home cap that you're on top of in the spawns, and then 3 neutral caps where you pick a side to play on.
Yeah.
HPG is set up very different, where you have 2 safe caps and 1 contested in the middle at Theta. You can give a lot of information with how you play around those caps, and the lances that you set up around them. Where if you don't see anybody playing for from Team 2, if nobody on the Team 2 side is capping Sigma, then it's a pretty obvious sign that they're setting up a push down the Fox line of the map. Because if there's nobody playing for the North Cap, then they all have to be either towards the middle or the south side of the map.
Right. Yeah, we've seen some interesting fights happen. One of the matches last week, there was a weird brawl that just occurred. I want to say it was Delta 4. This view of the map is a little weird. I'm trying to remember, but yeah, there was a lot going on, and everyone just ended up pushing into there, and then that's where the fight ended up.
Yeah, I mean, Delta 4 is a pretty common push spot if the teams commit to a Charlie or Delta line, the north side push. A lot of times the like more typical Unga Bunga push side is the Fox side because it's a little bit more open. There's
Right.
less terrain for the team that's receiving the push to just hold good positions. The north side, both sides have good elevated positions with cover that makes it very hard to push into them.
Team
I
2
think
is
was
locked.
it the Fjord versus Reapers game? Or 2D20, Fjord versus 2D20?
Could have been. There's been a lot of matches.
I remember there was a game that there was a very heavy brawl in Delta 4, but that was a sort of an interesting thing in that the team that was receiving the brawl chose to take the fight in a spot that was not necessarily an advantageous position to take a fight in.
Right.
And they just sort of committed to it. So we'll see how that if teams have seen that and then are learning from that previous VOD.
All right. Knock on wood. So far, everybody is connected. All right. Do this. I gotta be quick on this one just because very small map in comparison to the other ones. Excuse me. All right. Tatsu with the Vulcan with Snubs and Magshot. Nikuro and the Mad Cat with ER Large and Goss. Pete and Summoner with Medium Pulse, Large Pulse. Lousy and the Shadow Cat with AP Goss Plasma Cannons. Captain Cat and the Blackhawk with ER Mediums. Lots of ER Mediums. Val and the Urban Mech with Light PPCs and Mag Shot. Tomato and the Blackjack Mag Shots and ER PPCs. Lerm God in the Stone Rhino with ER Large and Goss Rifles. The other side, Trem in the Shadow Cat Plasma Cannons AP Goss. Vanilla Ice and the Summoner with Medium Pulse Lasers, Large Pulse. JBV and the Flea with Mag Shots. Neon and the Vindy and the Max Shot small lasers and Snubnose. The Red Crusader with small lasers, ER mediums, and a couple large. Leon and the Vulcan with light PC Mag Shot. Colonel David in the Stone Rhino with ER large Gauss rifles. And then Oi Oi in the Executioner with small pulse and ER PPC. Alright, so let's get up here to Theta. So again, yeah, right off the bat. Then Crossfire, sliver capping Gamma and Kappa. And then Matra picking up Epsi and Sigma. Theta just kind of there. Undecided on if they're going to try and get in. JBD just waiting to see if he's going to pull into there.
He managed to step into the cap a little bit, but then got chased off because there were 3 lights from Crossfire, sort of bullied him off of that. You don't want to trade too much armor out this early in the map.
Tetsu getting in on Theta. JBV, let him do it. He jumped down.
Resource point Theta is ours.
Mantra's setting up a pretty heavy rotation here on the Fox side. They are setting this push here.
Yeah, pushing in on Tomato and Lerm. Lerm down to 73%. Try and stay in the front of the line here. Tomato and Tatsu made it in to assist. Our Lerm guide is really hurt. See where we're at with the rest of them. Here we go.
So Mantra here sort of flipped the map. Instead of playing from their starting orientation, they sort of flipped it to now they're playing the map at 90 degrees, and it's north versus south rather than left versus right side. both teams are just sort of poking here, and then CXS have realized that they can flip Sigma back here, but with it being full capped and the slow realization, it's let Mantra get a pretty nice points lead before they have to make another push in order to get an opportunity here. So they're just going to slow down a little bit, play some pokes, try to get some armor off of the Crossfire before they get another push going here. They had good recognition that the Bull Shark there was in a position where he could be bullied back.
We've captured resource point Sigma.
Trim into red, trying to make it around. I'm going up to Theta. Gonna get some action there with the flea and the blackjack. JBV saying nope, never mind.
Crossfire is doing a good job of disengaging here. They can see that there's these 4 mechs pushing, but they managed to get most of their team disengaged because it's all just squirrels for Mantra to chase here. They're all faster than this push is coming. The push that is coming, sorry. And where's that? Leon gets caught somewhere. Crossfire has they have a very good understanding of where Mantra is on the map and where they aren't, so they're managing to take this space back towards the Epsi and Gamma side of the map as Mantra effectively pushes into nothing. And they flip the map again now.
Neon gets taken out. There you go, Colonel David and Val going at it over here.
We have gained Epsilon.
Run, little Irby, run.
He's trying. Everyone else still sitting at range a bit.
The thing is that Stone Rhino is entirely alone, so if they can get a couple of people from Crossfire to come gank him, he really doesn't have any support, and he is a pretty easy pick here.
Oh, Vanilla Ice, meet up with Tomato. Tomato, however, about to find 2 more of his teammates. Oiway and then JBV. Tomato down to 34%. Tomato goes down. Tomato going down on his own free will. So one engagement over here. Yep, Tatsu goes down.
Enemy forces have Sigma.
So now everyone's all spread out. Currently 5-4. Clan Crossfire. Overall health-wise, Clan Crossfire looks a little more hurt than Mantra at the moment. Bowie trying to get some shots in. Don't know if they did. Don't think he saw Captain Cat right off the bat, but now they're engaging. And Oi overheating. And the last Captain Cat are gonna go at it. Both really hurt. Captain Cat goes down.
Theta is controlled by the enemy.
Mantra flipping the cap. The match now with 3 cap. Yeah.
They need to finish off at least. Well, I think they're gonna need to get all these kills at this point and flip 2 caps here.
Yeah. Numbers close. Yeah, the number's close enough.
With those both being full caps, I think this will end up going to Crossfire on the timer at this point, but it's pretty close.
All right, DeRed goes down. Yeah, it's going to be, yeah, with only 2 mechs left, it's going to be a Clan Crossfire win. Pete goes down. Nice. Flipping Theta, just we're getting more points on Theta just because. However, that will not be enough, and Clan Crossfire will take the victory for today.
We've gathered enough resources. This triumph will provide us huge tactical benefits.
Very well played by both sides, I think. And a very close match on this one, on the 4th draw. Stats
Yeah, that was a very much just lots of good rotations from both teams, and it was just Crossfire was getting a better understanding of where the open space in the map was, and they were making their rotations into that space and away from where Mantra was. So they were managing to get Mantra to just be constantly in motion and in bleeding armor while doing so that they always had a health lead.
Yep. All right, so for that match, looks like top damage on CXF's side, 750 from Pete Zone, and on the Mantra side, top damage, Vanilla Ice, 719. Top damage, or team damage, going to Vanilla Ice with 26. Spreadsheet here, that does give them their 3rd and final win. All right, awesome. Survived it, and I can go back to sleep now. All right, folks, thank you so much for coming out for this one. The next match, I know is later today. After the sun comes up. Give me a second, I'll, let's see. At actually, let me pull it up on the pull it up over here. It looks to me like the next match is going to be 1:45 my time, so 1:45 PST PM between Coalition and Fjord Fiesta. So come on back for that, and y'all have a good one, and I'll see you then. Get the